Hey guys, welcome to COOLection TV. Today we're going to be taking a look at 3 of the brand new 2020 tuners from Disney Pixar Cars. If you're wondering why I'm reviewing these, since these are technically re-releases, these are much different than their earlier versions, so stick around until later in the video where I'll be comparing them to the other releases. In this review we'll be looking at Boost, Wingo, and DJ. On the back of the package, it shows that they are in the Tuners series, and it also shows all the cars in the series, including these 3 and Snot Rod. Let's take all 3 of these cars out of their packages. Here they are out of the package. Let's first start with Boost because he is the leader of the Delinquent Road Hazards. And as you can see, he's in his normal kind of purplish color with the name Boost on the sides. He also has Boost as his license plate number. And keep in mind he also has the N2O Cola boost tanks on the back. Overall, it looks somewhat similar to his normal release, and here's the base. All 3 of these cars are made in Thailand now, which is probably the reason for the variances in these cars. And here's Wingo. Again, overall looks pretty similar in that they are the normal versions of the same characters. He has his green color with the purple and orange and white decals. And again, here's the base. Now let's look at DJ. He has his blue color. Of course, he has the green stripes, unlike the original release. And on the back, you can see where he plays the CDs with all the speakers. And here's the base on this one. Here is Boost compared to an earlier release made in China, and as you can see, the carbon fiber detail is now an actual decal rather than before a lot of it was just black paint. I think this makes him look a lot more realistic and also adds a lot more to his character. Unfortunately, they didn't print the spoiler though, The boost tanks, however, seem a little bit more detailed if you ask me, and his expression is different. However, it is the same expression that was used on Boost with Flames, originally released back in 2013. It's also worth noting that Boost's visor is darker now, which is actually more accurate. Here's Wingo compared to the original Thailand version from 2006, and as you can see, the green color is quite a bit lighter than it was before, which may not be entirely accurate. However, the decals on it look way better than they did before. You can probably notice that they painted in his grille, but also the orange detail on the sides is now more present, and it goes over the window like it should. And the purple detail on the front now goes over the fender and is darker, which is also more accurate. I'd also like to point out that before, Wingo's wheels on one side were just the same wheels that they used on the other side, but now they mirrored them so that they're facing the same direction, and I think it is more accurate. Here is DJ, and the blue appears to be darker on the new release than one of the earlier China re-releases. One downside to these cars though is that the exhaust pipes are now plastic and not metal. However, it is good for customizers if you wanted to make a Thailand version of the tuners with flames. I also wanted to point out that DJ's speakers are now printed instead of just being silver paint, and while they're not silver anymore, I do think they look better being printed. It would be nice if they were able to keep the silver color though. I also really like that the CD rack appears to be more of a blue color and less of a white, which I believe is more accurate to the movie. However, it's hard to tell since you only get a good look at it in the nighttime scene. Also, I noticed that the spoiler seems to follow the line of the top of the car now, whereas before it seemed to be more angled downward. Comparing to the movie, again, it seems that the spoiler is supposed to be more like how the Thailand one is. So for this reason, I have come to the conclusion that these Thailand cars seem to be better than the China versions, at least for the tuners. I'm not saying in every case, because I know that there are a lot of Thailand cars that don't necessarily look the best, but I really do appreciate that the factory in Thailand seems to be trying to make an effort to get these cars a little bit more up to standard of the movie. Now, there are other Thailand variations that are upgrades, such as Holly Shiftwell, or Yellow Hydraulic Ramon, or Chris Stavsky, but I think that these tuners are some of the best, and the reason I like them so much is because they actually upgraded all of them, not just one of them. All four of the tuners actually have some differences that are technically more accurate to the movie. Tell me in the comment section below if you like the older releases of the tuners or the new 2020 Thailand tuners better. I think I like the new tuners better, and the reason why is because I really think these are more accurate to the movie. Accuracy is very important to me because these diecasts are supposed to represent the cars in the movie and not just be random toys. And now that we've looked at all of them individually, here they are all together along with Snot Rod. That is a 2020 Thailand Snot Rod released earlier this year, but these three just came out in recent cases, so I thought I would review all three of them together. And I thought I'd show you all of them compared to the earlier made in China variants. Boost measures 3.5 inches long by 1.5 inches wide, and he is 1 inch tall. Wingo is about 2 3/4 inches long by 1 3/4 inches wide, and he is 1 3/4 inches tall. DJ is 2 3/4 inches long by 1.5 inches wide, and he is also 1 3/4 inches tall. It's amazing how many different versions of the tuners Mattel has released, especially since all of them are pretty much the same, except the other releases have different accessories and parts, such as the flames or the impound boots. Boost, Wingo, and DJ are 1/55 scale diecasts made by Mattel with no paper stickers. Make sure you tell me in the comment section below which version of all the tuners is your favorite. Of course, those tarred tuners in the back are customs, and I have to say I really think that the Thailand tuners from 2020 may be my favorite because I really feel like they're the most accurate to the movie, which, as I said earlier, is very important to me because these cars are supposed to represent how they appear in the movie. Of course, it's kind of impossible since some of these are customs and chases, but it would be cool if the tarred tuners and the impound tuners and metallic DJ could all be released made in Thailand now to see how those would look. Well, thanks for watching this review, and make sure you subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you never miss out when we upload a new Cars diecast review. We'll see you guys next time.